I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, but you know the one thing definitely gotta bring up too, because this motherfucker can't stay out the fucking news, is fucking Teofimo Lopez again. Like, I mean, these days, like you think, like, I mean, obviously, dude has been racially, like, you know, he's been baiting people with his racism, casual racism, blatant racism. Dude has dropped the N-bomb in tweets and stuff like that, like, you know, nigga. You know, like I feel like
monkey interview, like he's been going crazy with it.
What's the difference between him and Ryan Garcia, the nigga?
There's no difference. Like,
okay,
they're essentially the same. It's just one person's been punished, and I don't know for some reason every time someone brings up Tio, niggas always bring up Ryan.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference? Because Ryan has been dragged through the mud for all of the shit that he's done. But Tio is allowed to chill because niggas think, oh, he Mexican, he can get away with it, or whatever.
That's my whole fucking point. Like, every time I'm glad he said it, because
just because every time
I turn around.
Listen, nigga, hold on, real quick. PSA for all my essays out there, nigga. If your last name end with a Z, nigga, you can't say nigga.
Ramirez, Lopez.
All y'all asses, y'all niggas can't say that. You'll never hear me go, yo, what's up, Mike? No, I don't do that, nigga. I'm not one of y'all.
It's so, you know, it's what Paul Mooney said. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
anytime I see a tweet bring up Tio, the first thing a nigga do is bring up Ryan, and I'm like, hold on, Ryan been taken out the undisputed game. He's been suspended. Like, he even apologized. Like, yeah, I know he said some foul super shit. It's still fuck him for that.
Fuck his apology.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that. I'm just saying that no one ever keeps the same energy for Tio, and Tio has done worse and done it more often. Yeah. Everybody gets on Ryan for doing it real bad one time, but Tio does it on a weekly basis for like the last 3 years.
Because remember, when Ryan was doing it, he's saying, oh, mental health, I wasn't in the right space, I was on drugs, whatever. Teofimo doing it with a smile. I
hate to laugh too. I hate to laugh, but it's true.
Bro, like, honestly, he's telling the truth though.
Eating bananas on camera with a smile, laughing at the camera, saying nigga hitting the heavy bag. It's like, nigga, you want somebody to beat your motherfucking
That's what I'm saying. But for some reason, this nigga gets a fucking pass. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what it is? I think the boxing community as a whole kind of hate Ryan Garcia over the whole Devin Haney shit, controversy, all of that. So they still got some of that animosity on him. So it's just they can't let it go, or they just want to keep living it, and they just going to ignore Tio. And my whole thing is like, yo, like, give Tio some of his energy already, please. The fuck?
I thought when he went on It Is What It Is, I thought, you know, Cam and Mace would have checked his ass even harder than they did and keep that nigga in line. But he went up there and he just gave them niggas the run around like, yeah, I mean, I said it, but this is what I meant by it. And I grew up in this community. You know, he gave the fucking politically correct answers just to walk out there.
He always does that. He did that on Broadway Joel's podcast.
He did that shit just to walk out the building, and then when he get alone with his own people, he like, all right, record this nigga video.
He said it twice. I mean, you know, he didn't say liquor. He didn't say liquor. Okay, he didn't say liquor. Okay. And he said it twice. He said, you know, N or ER twice.
Yeah, because sometimes because sometimes niggas gonna be like, well, I thought I heard liquor the first time. You know, he just said it once, so.
But he said it again. He said it again.
It was clear as day. It was clear as day the first time.
Yeah. You know, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? It's like, why are you so bothered about Terrence Crawford right now? Like, just like, weren't you just all buddy with him? Like, this motherfucker had his arm around you and shit like that. You was over there. You showed no type of pressure or energy.
Nigga, that was that prison buddy
Crawford checked him. You know, Crawford checked him, obviously. But, yeah, it's corny. Like, I was a fan of the takeover, but I just thought today, I want to get knocked out. No, if a nigga actually gives him the shot, if a nigga, cause, there's an argument they don't want niggas, black guys should give him a payday. But if a nigga does take a payday and gets him out of there for the quote unquote culture, he's gonna get some clout off that.
But these niggas don't be trying to knock motherfuckers out no more.
Like, imagine Keyshawn. I'm saying, I believe in Keyshawn. I don't know if Keyshawn's ready for it. It's a great. But look, it's a great fight.
If he end up beating a nigga, it just makes it look worse.
He ain't fought nigga. I mean, he fought an African nigga. But I'm just saying, like, imagine, I don't know if Keyshawn's ready. This is a fight.
But imagine the nigga eating bananas the whole build up to the fight, doing all types of crazy shit. Yeah. And then he go in the ring and then knock the nigga out. It's gonna be like.
I think niggas is kind of low key afraid of that too.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, I think Tio might get jumped. It's like niggas might just be like, fuck it, like we can't do it the right way. We just gonna do it anyway, like.
Yeah, and it's just sad because the WBO is just basically, like I know Pilot mentioned it in the chat. Like it has like what you call like a hollow like response to it. Like, oh yeah, but championship, yeah, not be racist, blah 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 blah. But okay, what's the action? No action. Not like you're not stripping him of his belt.
I swore the WBC did more to Ryan, but like,
yeah, it was.
Who the fuck is putting Teofimo in the video game too? So
But they only did it to ain't Ryan last name Garcia, nigga? Like how they? Come on, he ain't got the Z. He ain't got the Z. He ain't got the Z.
But it's just like like motherfuckers just like
what if they got the S instead of the Z?
I don't know what they're waiting for. Are they waiting for dude? Everyone are they waiting for him and his father to go in a full blown
to me that was a blanket. It was like a blanket statement. Like at the very least, fine him, make him do a public apology, like on Twitter and everything. You know what I'm saying? But like if that's all they're gonna do, that's some bullshit. I'm sorry.
Well, the apology, the apology ain't gonna work no more. The motherfucker just gonna give a political correct answer and dance around that shit.
Do y'all think stripping him is too much, or would like I heard niggas say strip him? Pause.
Real quick, did he post that video himself, or one of his people posted it?
His dad recorded it. His
dad recorded this and then posted it on the internet.
I don't know. I know the dad recorded the video and he kind of egged it on and started he said Crawford's name first, I think. You know what I'm saying? In the video, he said Crawford's name.
I'm just saying, how did this shit get out if it's only Tio and whoever in the fucking gym?
I'm pretty sure somebody on Tio's team probably put that shit on the internet.
Yeah, because somebody records it, then it's like, look, man, one of you niggas leak it. Like, we know it's coming from them, so fuck him.
Yeah, Tio's he's just starving for attention, and at first it was, at first it was tolerable, but yeah, like fuck. I used to be a fan. I would love to see Keyshawn beat him, knock him out, and that would do wonders for type of thing.
I feel you. I used to fuck with Tio too. Like you and me, the only one that picked him to beat Lomachenko. Like we was hyping up the takeover, but it's just a fake over now. Like you fake fucking. Yeah. He ain't a fake racist. He a real racist.
And when he lost to Kambosos, kind of like it was like when Thurman lost to Manny a little bit. Like damn, he lost to 0. But now, you lost to Kambosos, you a bum, nigga. Fuck you. I hope you get knocked out.
He don't need to be fighting. Look, the only black person I want this nigga to fight, and I probably won't watch the fight, and I'll give my reasons. I would love to see him fight Richard Hitchens and lose a complete, boring ass, utterly disgusting 120 to 108 decision. The fight is so boring and one-sided that no one ever wants to see Teofimo
again. Well, also, I felt like, and I've said this before many times on the pod on here. I think Haney versus Teofimo is going to happen at welterweight. I've said that 147, and I think that's the fight. That could happen. But I don't know now. He would probably be. I favorite Tio back then, and I probably still favorite Tio now. I go.
That's why I don't want the fight. Like, don't get this nigga this payday, man. Yeah. Let him fight Richards and Hitchens and lose a boring ass fight no one cares about, and that's it.
Yeah, I would pick.
Like, he don't deserve a good fight
that too. I'll pick Tio in that too. I haven't picked Devin Haney to win no fight except his last one, nigga.
He looked horrible in that shit.
And Tio looked big.
He always looked horrible.
I ain't gonna say all that. He have his moments. Devin Haney can box. It's just The last two fights kind of.
Nigga, I've never been on YouTube and seen the Devin Haley highlight tape, nigga. I'm just telling you. Nigga.
I mean, to say that he doesn't have highlights would be disingenuous because he does.
Yeah, but you know what? In general, a lot of this generation of boxers don't really have great highlights though. That's a bigger thing because when you think about it, look now does Devin Haney really have crazy highlights like that? Like he has highlights,
there, but he has clips here and there. They all do. Like, but now we're kind of almost circling back to slickness because most times those videos.
Yeah, but okay. Let's go there. But I'm gonna go from a different angle. So not only are these niggas no longer slick, the offense ain't dynamic like it used to be.
Yeah, there's no tricks.
There's no flair with the.
I mean, Tank is KOs. Tank is
niggas
KOs,
don't have a vintage combo that they hit niggas with. Like, oh, let me get in my bag.
To me,
niggas don't even got a super punch no more or nothing. Like
Keyshawn been looking. He's got some favorite matchups, but he's got some potential to be slick. I feel like Keyshawn, lately. I don't know.
Yeah, at least he has a dynamic offense.
I feel like the signature we got right now is what? Tank's uppercut. That's the only signature.
Yeah, I mean, Tank. Tank's a popular American boxer because he gets knockouts usually.
Yeah, but see, Tank has highlights though.
And it's in the same and most of his highlights are in the same fashion with the same punch.
Yeah, no, but I mean the way he did LSC, my dad texted me about it. LeBron tweet. I'm just saying the way he did LSC made him a star. The way he did that.
But that's the thing; these other niggas don't have that.
None of them.
And they don't have a lot of them either. Like it's like, come on, look, dude. If I was to say, hey, yo, prolific, my nigga, hey, give me a highlight video of NOA. That'd be easy as fuck. Easy.
15-minute clip, 15-minute video, nigga.
Now, if I say, hey, give me a highlight video of Shakur Stevenson. Alright, hold on, Jay. Shutter. That's gonna take about 2 months.
It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video of slips and weaves.
But not even about.
It's gonna be running
about slick, but a guy with dynamic offense. Tito Trinidad. His highlights is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Those kind. Even. So it's like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, what young nigga right now has a highlight video as crazy as Felix Trinidad's highlights? Ain't too many. You had to start naming niggas who already better be even fucking.
I mean,
you had to name pound for pound level niggas.
It was cans, but Wilder, got a nice little KO package, on YouTube. I'm sure.
Yeah. Something. No, because you know what? For his credit, Wilder put them cans away. Wilder stacked them cans on the shelf quickly.
Wilder got 40 some knockouts, nigga. Like, come on.
Yeah,
so I can't even get at Wilder.
That's what I'm saying. If you got cans, you might as well just kick them instead of just.
but these niggas, Erickson Lubin, y'all get a nigga and y'all have 11 rounds with the can.
Yeah.
See, if Wilder was going 11 rounds,
they got cans.
Exactly.
They got cans, and instead of kicking them, they try to play jump shots with them. Put them in the shoot them in the fucking cart and miss it.
You see, once Wilder started going a distance and couldn't stop putting the niggas away, niggas like, man, fuck that nigga. As soon as that shit happened, man, on to the next. Who we got? Who's
up?
Who's out
but
there?
But yeah, that's the thing. So if these niggas ain't slick no more, and they offense ain't dynamic like they used to be, we are left with a mid-ass inferior product that is no longer what we used to receiving in boxing, and that's a problem.
And then the ones that like a Teo that can produce highlights, they we need to keep him around because he may be a racist SOB and all that, but he generates fan interest.
You know what I feel like? I feel like all sports are going through this right now, where niggas is getting paid too much and people are caring less and less about the actual craft of the sport. Like, people are making way too much money too fast, and they don't really care. Like, remember back in the day, niggas had to train for 6 months to make $100,000 that they know that's all they gonna get for the year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas gotta
They had
make
to
sure.
fight fucking
Niggas
wars.
gotta make sure they don't lose that fight because they know that could be the last 100,000 they ever see in boxing if they go out bad. So they're training life and death, blood, sweat, and tears, crying, making weight, all that shit. Niggas don't care about that now. They like, nigga, I'll pay the fine. What's the fine? If I'm overweight, 40 grand? Oh, fuck that, nigga.
Yeah,
We had 3 of the lowest punch output fights in the last 40 years, all within the same fucking weekend.
Yeah, and that's fucking weird. And
you know how horrible that is?
All by guys that have been on the pound for pound list. Well, besides one.
And none of these niggas are, I would say, slick. And none of these niggas are great offensively. So, goddamn. So you would think you would get let me get some, Mickey Ward, action, some regular standard contender action, just pro box level action, and you're not even getting that.
I mean, just to add on to Rome's comment about what niggas used to be paid like. It reminds me of this situation where Michael Nunn, back in the day, he lost his super middleweight title to Steve Little. Steve Little had a journeyman's record, and there was a major upset, and Steve Little wanted to cash in on that shit, but Don King only gave him $60,000 to lose the belt in his first title defense. It was fucked up.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was not even 100,000. It was 60,000 because he was like, "Yeah, look, you gotta take it or leave it, bro, because your style ain't marketable enough, and I don't care if you did beat Michael Nunn." Yeah, so he ended up losing to Frankie Lyles. So
that's a fade right there, nigga. I would have went into war with everybody in the office. Fuck that.
Yeah, I've read Don King's book before, and yes, niggas definitely wanted to fade him up. If you think that's horrible, he's.
The only people that were able to touch Don King like that was the Nation of Islam, because Don King, tried to interfere with Ali Burbick, which was a kind of Ali's thing, and he wanted in on that, and he had a nerve to push one of the brothers, and the brothers whooped his ass and knocked out his teeth.
Them niggas don't play like that.
Yeah, the Muslims don't play like it, but other than that, because Don King was backed by the mob and other things, so those were the only cats that were able to kind of touch him like that. So Don King was a motherfucker. That's why he said he said 100,000. Some champions didn't even get 100,000, 60,000. Look, you take it or leave it, bro. You're not a marketable champion.
Because you know what it was. You remember the old saying they used to say people like, why you signing to Don King? He always robbing people. People got to sue him for this, that. He's like, hey, you make more money with Don King stealing from you than some of these promoters not stealing from you.
Yeah, I mean that's why Larry Holmes stayed with him for the longest time.
Larry been moaning about it his whole career.
Yeah.
Chris Bird, godly ass. I would never think signed to fucking Don King. He signed to Don King.
I mean,
had to sue him for that $4 million though.
I mean, my man Jose was a whole welterweight champion and super welterweight champion. He trained in my gym in Worcester. He was a whole fucking champion. And I remember too, he wanted to get a shot at Oscar, and Oscar wasn't, giving him the kind of time of day because, he wanted him to kind of negotiate with Don King. Don King was like, "Look, man, you're not getting no Oscar. I don't care if you hold this belt. You got to, you gotta fight. You gotta fight this guy." And he lost his belt, and then pretty much he had to stay on the shelf until the contract with Don King expired. And that's what it was a horrible story. I was like, "Geez," but my
much stories that man got that just end bad.
It was bad. I was like, damn, Jose, my man Jose could have actually been more. I mean, he's a 2-division champion, but Don King killed his career because Don King was like, yeah, no, you're not gonna fight, so we're gonna keep you where you are.
Yeah, they should do a Hulu doc the careers that Don King stopped. That should be. That should be fired, nigga. That nigga probably stopped hella niggas.
It's funny that LB mentioned the thing about fighters, why'd you sign to Don King? Because I made more money being robbed than without him. And it's almost like the inverse of what he says. And then when he was asked, Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson? He's like, why? Because I'm glad that he could make enough money so that I could rob him. Because before me, he wasn't nothing robbed.
And it's low-key facts. Dude, in his book, Don King used to and like some of this is predatory. I ain't gonna lie, you know, because and boxing is like you deal with a lot of people from different backgrounds and underprivileged. You see more well-to-do boxers now, and maybe that's why niggas be fighting so bitch made. Maybe that's something, you know. But that's another discussion. But
because we all know boxing is like a poor man's sport. It
really used to be that way.
It starts in the street.
It's a poor man's sport. So Don King used to go to niggas. He'll have a suit. He'll have a briefcase with $120,000 cash. That's how he would sign niggas.
Yeah, and
came from the streets. Who, you know, your mom on WIC. You know, you got a baby on the way. You need daycare. You hustling in the street. You fighting niggas. Somebody come up to you in a limousine and they give you a suitcase full of fucking $100,000 cash, and they tell you, "Yeah, I'm paying you up front for 12 fights."
Yeah, and
12 fights. What the fuck?
Nigga, yo, I am not lying. That's the shit he do.
I mean, this is funny too because
it's hard to say no to that if you from that background.
Yeah, and because Don did it all the time, because Don is from the streets. Like Don was a numbers runner. He killed somebody. That's why he went.
Yeah, he been to prison.
Yeah, that's why like. So
he one of those promoters that you on some Ice Cube shit. You run into his office and you start flipping tables. Hey man, fuck this nigga. You ain't picked up. Nah, like it's maybe one of those like Smithers. Send the dogs.
Don
the goons, the thugs, like, oh, the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Don King was like, I mean, the things that he got away with, like someone like anyone else that was probably crazier would have shot him, like because he got away with a lot, but then he made a lot of money, and the thing with Don King is like he made the cards, like it wasn't like he put on some bullshit, like he put on stacked cards of champions. It
was a give and take. It's like a love-hate relationship. Like that's what the Don King shit was. Like you love the product and the presentation, and but you didn't like how the product got tried or some shit. Like it's like seeing like niggas. It's like you see the circus. And you're like, oh man, the circus is amazing. Like I seen a nigga do a backflip on an elephant while the elephant was jogging. Like nigga, that's some crazy shit. That blew my mind at fucking 6 years old. But then when you see at the end of the circus, the end of the field trip, when the curtains are closed and you see the little midgets getting treated like shit, the elephant getting whipped, niggas spitting on the line, niggas just like, all right, y'all niggas, that's it. Get in there, get in your little cage, motherfucker. Like, you start feeling a different way about it. You're like, oh.
And that's why it's crazy. That's why it's crazy. Like that, Don King has so many skeletons in his closet. Like I mean, that's why like when B-Hop, I think it was Pavlik or for whatever, he said like he was the last person. Like he was the one that put Don King out of business. He wasn't lying. Like because Don King had a hold on boxing for a minute, but. But once fighters stopped signing to him, it was like, it was basically like a wrap. Like, I mean, Broner is like his most known fighter in years, and what's Broner doing with a Don King contract now? He ain't doing nothing. He
had like maybe one or two fights, like
and he looked awful.
That nigga was outside of some bando dancing. I just seen the video.
Wearing fur boots and shit like that. That motherfucker looks like a straight up hype. Like he's done.
Yeah, and he's calling out. He's like, hey, Barbosa or Ryan Garcia. He's called out the Fatal Fury losers, and I'm just
that nigga was high when he was calling out them names.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see none of these fights. Like bro, like I don't want to see them fight again. I don't want to see you fight.
Yeah, but look, Broner's highlight tape is better than a lot of these niggas.
Facts.
I'll easily watch a Broner highlight tape over a Devin Haney.
Nigga, I'll watch a Broner fight over these niggas. I'll watch Broner fight Emmanuel Taylor 100 times before I watch some of these niggas fight again.
Broner needs to school these niggas. That was prime time boxing right there.
Yeah.
Whenever
that's what I'm talking about. Dynamic offense. We're not getting either one from these niggas. We're not getting slickness. We're not getting crazy dynamic offense. We're just getting whatever we're getting right now. That's what we're getting. Like, and I'm just not a fan of it. Maybe that's why it's like I don't like if sometimes I'm in the stage now where if I miss certain fights, I don't go back and watch them unless I have to, or y'all niggas tell me like, hey, nigga, this classic fight. And even some fights y'all tell me is classic or good, I still don't get around to watching them because it's just like it feel like a chore sometimes. But yeah, that's how boxing kind of really hits sometimes. Like we not getting, what we used to. And Rome made a good point about a lot of the sports are happening. This is happening with a lot of the sports now.
Except football. Them niggas still gotta work.
Really?
Yeah, football, they don't pay y'all niggas shit still. Y'all niggas better work or you better play every game, otherwise you're not getting paid.
Well, with boxing, maybe it's not in boxing, it hasn't completely affected boxing as a totality, like where it's like it affected 80% of the sport, like how it's doing the NBA and
the NBA
MLB. Like, cause you see it, they've been talking about that with baseball for the last 10 years. Fucking in NBA, they've been talking about it for the last 2 years. Boxing,
they signing 16-year-olds for $100 million. Like, nigga,
yeah. You better get some home runs, nigga.
I'll never come to practice again. Like,
yeah, especially if that shit's guaranteed. Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Get him with the iris at practice.
Right. Like, nigga, you want me to show up to the game?
That's the game, nigga, not practice.
Nigga, I'm on a plane, nigga. Fuck that.
Like, fuck, I'm doing the TikTok right now.
Yeah, honestly, if I see if I see a broke baseball player today, that means he's not applying himself. He must have really fucked up in his life. Like
facts.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's just like so well, boxing, it hit like the upper echelon of the sport. Like maybe not the pound for pound guys, but it hit some of the pound for pound guys and some of the champs and some of the names in the sport, some of the stars, some of the guys who supposed to be the future. But
if you look at it, the pound for pound niggas. Pound for pound niggas is what, 31 to 38? Like them niggas is the older niggas. The niggas
they the oldest niggas.
Right, the niggas that was bred in this. Like the younger niggas is like they good for like 10, 11 fights and then they lose and then you'll never hear from them again. It's terrible.
10, 11 shit, they good for 10 or 11 good performances where they look good.
Like King P was saying, they're good for kicking 10 or 11 cans. Once they get that steel jug, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Once they got the Foster's keg, or
right. Once they get
the Hungry Man tomato can, like
once they get that Yeti cup, it's over with. Nigga.
It was like, yeah, fuck that. I kind of stubbed my toe on this can. Like, fuck that. Hey, what up, Kangashi? Salute with the name change.
Salute, Kang Sung.
But yeah, man. But boxing, I just don't want boxing to just, go all the way extinct like this. I know niggas talking about extinct, but they still know extinct as far as the style.
Yeah.
We don't have enough fights where you could call up a random person and be like, hey, turn into this channel. These niggas are going at it.
Yeah.
We need more of that. So that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're not gonna be the slickest motherfucker out there, be the punchingest motherfucker out there. Then something.
Be the fightingest motherfucker out there.
Be the fightingest ass nigga. Like, pick a side.
Look, be the fighter where an old ass like 60, 70-year-old nigga is watching the fight. He'd be like, I haven't seen that since blah 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 and back in when you start doing shit like that,
facts.
That's when you know, okay, I'm doing my job. But when niggas is just jabbing hook, like nigga, you playing the game, nigga, or you got some moves?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Y'all
that's what I'm talking about.
Y'all
like
are professionals. Show me. Y'all are professionals. Show me. Put on a show. Like, come on. This is sports and entertainment. Put on a show.
See, the last part they forget. The entertainment part you said. Because these niggas is more entertaining on Twitter than they are in the ring. Look,
that's not what we watching them for. We're not watching them for Twitter highlights, nigga. We watching.
Tell these niggas that. These niggas are arguing all day about, damn, hey man, nigga, I passed you the blunt 20 times. What you talking about? You trying to call me a weed head? Nah, nigga, you was on whipping. Niggas just saying all this shit. And I'm like, bro, y'all don't fight this disrespectful. What are y'all doing?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that. I mean, the social media has these fighters crashing out, acting a little different. Like, it's just like it's just weird because it's every day, but no contract signed. It's fucking weird.
Then if you're not gonna fight the nigga you beefing with, the random nigga you fight, beat his ass like you beefing with him.
Exactly.
Like, give me something like this whole
in a post fight interview, they'd be like, "Damn, why'd you go so crazy like that?" Oh, well, I really wanted to do that shit to what's his name, but I ain't get a chance to fight him this week, so I just had to show niggas what I'm on.
Whoever does that interview and says something like that, they will shut down boxing. If somebody says, "Damn, that's one of the greatest performances I've seen from you, man, you shocked the world. You really gave it to him." He's like, so what inspired you to beat his ass like that?
Well, I was thinking about Terrence Crawford when I was whooping his ass.
Yeah, that's what I want. I wanted to fight. I was thinking about Terrence Crawford, but his pussy ass ain't signed the contract when I sent it to him. So I had to take out my frustration on him.
See,
that's the type of energy I want to see.
That's some world star viral shit right there.
Whoever does that, I promise you, will go viral. And if the nigga he talk about, if he don't make that
whoever
fight
he's
next,
talking about, niggas gonna be adding them. They gonna be like, "Damn, nigga, you gonna let this nigga talk crazy about you like this? You gotta fight him." Then look, that fight is already overhyped without all the Twitter and extra shit.
There you go. Meanwhile, but instead, we'll just get cash grab, money bag fights like Canelo and Crawford. Like, all the best ops y'all got, y'all don't want to fight them. Y'all want to fight each other with y'all low punch output, slow, faint looking ass motherfucking fights all for 12 rounds.
You know what it's like? It's like everybody's copying Jake Paul. They're like, "Yo, nigga, Jake Paul's just getting paid. He ain't really trying to train and fight these niggas. So we should do the same shit, nigga. We did all this training our whole life. We can really fake these fights."
Honestly, yo, I'm sorry, I think you on to something. I think that's really what it is.
They seeing Jake Paul pulling the money and just talking to niggas behind the scenes like, "Yo, nigga, we just gonna go down. We just gonna let this shit ride out for 12 rounds, nigga. Just chill."
I wouldn't be surprised because these niggas really fight like they have a. Like, you couldn't tell me Jose Ramirez and Haney didn't have a deal not to hurt each other in their fight.
Because I'm sure these fighters get royalties off pay-per-view sales, right?
I mean, whatever's on their contract, it depends.
Whatever's in the contract, there's certain back end money that they get if they go. It's whatever the contract is, but they make bread. Like, some of these niggas get money from the fucking concession stand.
But look, so this Crawford and Canelo fight they're gonna get paid a bunch. They're gonna get paid a bunch, and they're gonna get everybody in the world to watch because they're like, "Oh, it's the best fighter who just beat Earl Spence and he's undisputed, blah blah, whatever. Oh, versus Canelo, blah blah blah." These niggas is gonna overhype it just based off the names, even though there's no bad blood, no nothing involved.
Yeah, see, because that's the promoters and the boxers themselves really giving this fight. The fans don't really care to see Crawford versus Canelo. And Canelo hasn't looked good enough to make us seem like, oh, he's a threat to Crawford.
Because nothing ties them together, really.
That, but also Canelo hasn't been knocking niggas out, so where you can say, oh, damn, man, Crawford, he up against it.
Right, nobody gonna
say like, there's no threat level involved. So it's like, it's really a fight. Like, I'll be honest. If Netflix doesn't get that fight, I don't see that fight doing a mill pay-per-view buy.
So that shit is
Netflix might be the way. But real quick, what do y'all think before we go? What do y'all think of Bud, playing to the Mexican? Did y'all see that when he's like, has the Mexican?
He getting ready for the Canelo fight. He knows a lot of Mexicans aren't feeling Canelo right now, so he's trying to low key take their fan base. And he's doing it. He's doing it in a cool way. I give him props. I mean, I don't really. The design for the shirts ain't look hot,
but yeah, they're kind of trash. But he did mention, in the interview, black Mexican, sales. So he knows what he's doing. Crawford's, smart.
I'm watching blacks and Mexicans fight each other for like years, all our lives.
It's the great. I mean, the race war on Twitter and everything. He's trying.
But this is the thing. I don't think people. It's only going to be Canelo stands and Bud stands going to be pushing any type of war. Like, there's just not enough casual interest in this fight. The only way people are going to care about this fight if it's on Netflix, because everybody got Netflix, it'll be free and people just watch it. That should have probably do 70 mil views on Netflix. But I don't think people are going to buy this fight like that.
No,
it's because niggas take too long between meaningful fights.
That's true too.
I think it's gonna really depend on how Katie Taylor and Serrano do, because that's the second one on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I think Netflix will have to see how it how it looks. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying boxing out, but because remember,
and the challenge is that's an all women's card. So
the thing, that's true.
But if they all look, it's a win if they get 20 million, even if they get less than the Jake Paul Tyson.
But I mean, like the backstory here is TKO. That company owns WWE, which is on Netflix now, and Turkey Card's trying to get on Netflix, so it'll probably be on Netflix more likely. Either way.
I feel like it's 50-50. Like you said, I feel like a part of the women's card has to be good. I feel like if Serrano and Taylor give us another fight of the year, they'll try to get Canelo Crawford, but I think they'll be making a mistake because Canelo and Crawford are not going to give us a fight of the year.
Right. Remember,
so unless you give us a fight of the year on the co-main, it's going to fail. Because
remember, Netflix was only buzzing. That shit, Netflix was only buzzing because niggas tuned in to watch Tyson, right? You only tuned in because, okay, I haven't seen Tyson fight in 20 years. Let me see what's going on. And then when you're getting ready for the Tyson fight, you're seeing two fights that's amazing. And you're like, damn, this shit is... Y'all got Netflix? Y'all better turn this shit on.
Exactly.
And then when the fights
they don't do that with Canelo Crawford,
you're like, damn, I can't wait for this Tyson shit. And the Tyson shit, it was just a million niggas online waiting for Tyson to try to swing on this nigga. That's all it was.
Yup. Facts.
And it never happened. And they got everybody. It was like, hey, everybody go online at 12 o'clock. I'm dropping my album. Everybody's online waiting. And then you pull up a video. I got y'all. I just wanted y'all to see my movie. Got y'all. Everybody's here. All right, y'all ready for the album? All right, check out my new movie.
And that's really what it was. So to just piggyback off of that, I feel like Netflix, they know they need to have a great main event for boxing. So they said, look, we'll take the Katie Taylor Serrano. We'll make that the main event now. We'll put a spin on it. We'll get these deserving women to fight on the card, and we'll kind of see what happens here. And I don't mind it, but you can't keep having dud main events. So Crawford Canelo, even if Crawford Canelo happened on Netflix and it's a bad fight, even though the undercard is great.
Gonna lie. If them niggas fill each other out for 12 rounds, I'm gonna be mad as fuck, yo.
Thank you. And a lot of people are gonna be turned off in boxing in a major way. And what's gonna happen is there's two things that happen. Promoters are finally just gonna put their foot down and say, hey, look, man, we gotta make the fights people want to see, and stop telling them what fights they should get excited about. Because they're trying to tell us to get excited about Canelo and Crawford, but we know there's no excitement in it because, like you said, the fights are too infrequent and long apart. Canelo's been looking shit for like the last 3 years. Crawford last fight wasn't exciting. So there's not a lot of momentum. And we honestly rather see Crawford and Canelo fight other people. Netflix, but if Canelo fight Benavidez as the main event and put Crawford against goddamn Virgil Ortiz as a co-main, man, that shit might have 300 million views. I'm telling you, bro, but those fights are too hard for these motherfuckers, and no one wants to pass the torch. And that's all it come down to. And some of these young niggas don't want to take the torch. But we just at a standstill. I mean, that's what it is, really.
Hey, you're not
lying. If this was 20 years ago, some nigga would have been packed up Canelo old ginger ass and got him the fuck on. They'd be like, yeah, you ducking Benavidez, but yeah, Benavidez said hi, nigga. Somebody would have fucking stepped up on some, like, yeah, I'm gonna have the effort here, like, but that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how boxing plays out in the next couple of years, though. But I know we're approaching a couple hours, so it's time for us to probably get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everyone that, came through and listened and everything like that. Listen to recaps and listen to us drop some knowledge on some stuff and, put in, and hopefully, we put in, energy and air for Teo to lose his next fight or get punishment for all his racist bullshit.
Yeah. It's the Fatal Fury era. I wish it was. These niggas ain't fighting like there's no goddamn Fatal Fury.
Facts.
Niggas is fatal flopping.
Yeah. How you have a Fatal Fury stage but no Fatal Fury fades? Like, come on, like.
Oh, facts. God damn. Hold on, wait. I like that title, nigga. You been cooking. Like, shout out to PJ. He right. You been cooking all the titles. Bro, I'm a Fatal Fury stage with no Fatal Fury fades. Like, nigga, y'all get the fuck out of here. Y'all threw more punches in the goddamn promo animations than commercials y'all made.
Facts.
Like, come on, man. But yeah, boxing, get it together. That's all I'm saying. Like, just get it together. Like, if you ain't gonna be slick, throw some punches in that motherfucker.
Basics.
What's cooking for Thursday, Pat?
Thursday, I mean, like I said, Thursday. Are we gonna finally do the music episode? LB, the other one.
Which one? The Beat Nuts, MJ, that one, 8-Ball MJG.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can fuck with that. Let's do the one with the We'll do because we never did it with all of y'all there, so we'll do the one with the play the tracks. Hold on, did we? What we did that with already?
The last episode we did
one of them old ass niggas.
We did it with Marquise. Last time it was just me, you, me.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right. Okay, yeah. We'll do it like that again with fucking
Yeah, y'all did one old ass album. I forgot. It was something from '93.
Nah, we ain't do nothing that old, nigga. Stop. But yeah, we'll do it that way with the whole play the three songs or 4 songs, whatever, from each album, and see who was better. We could do that, but yeah. We'll just put the graphic in the chat, niggas. And this is the thing, it don't matter if y'all niggas listen to the albums or not, because we gonna play some of the songs, so it's all good.
Word.
So yeah, that's it. We'll do it'll be Thursday, and yeah. I'm gonna just say it like this. The next song group is gonna be a group battle. We picking the South against the North. Some fucking world Civil War shit.
I'm saying.
We got 2 duos. We got the Beat Nuts. Shout out to New York, and we got 8-Ball and MJG. Shout out to Memphis. So we gonna match up 2 of their albums.
Wait, the Beat what?
Pause. I mean, wait. I know what you're getting. Beat Nuts. but
that's their name. Nigga, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the name. The Beat Nuts is quality. They cool. I had an actual discussion about this. Like, some people feel like they should have been bigger, but I just feel like they was always going to be as big as what they were. Like, pause. Yeah.
Facts, though.
Especially with their name, but we'll get it for more Thursday.
Shit.
Oh man, but yeah, Beat Nuts versus 8-Ball and MJG. Yeah, so it should be a good little matchup. I know we do bigger names, but we hip hop over here. We like to shine the light on everybody. You know what I mean? Facts.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, you'll hear us on Thursday. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio doing Representer, for LB Silver, the God of the Goat artist, for King P, Bodega P, who had to be out, for Conscious Pie and for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Chapo King's forever everywhere now, nigga. Get it. Tell